There is a force quietly shaping history. It destroys empires, it builds chaos from order, and it hides behind the mask of normality. We like to believe that evil is the greatest threat to humanity, that corruption, greed, and hatred are what make the world fall apart. But what if the real danger is something far more ordinary and far more invisible? Stupidity. A word so simple that we rarely question it, yet behind it lies a power capable of bringing down entire civilizations. Every war, every failed system, every self-destructive act of a society, all of them carry the fingerprints of stupidity. Think about it. The person who destroys what they love, the nation that votes against its own survival, the leader who confuses arrogance with strength. None of them act out of malice alone. They act because they do not understand the consequences of their own actions. This is why stupidity is not merely ignorance. Ignorance can be cured with knowledge. But stupidity resists knowledge. It wears it like armor. It convinces the fool that they are wise, the corrupt that they are righteous, the blind that they can see. And that is why stupidity is more dangerous than evil, because evil has a motive. It can be confronted, predicted, fought, but stupidity has no logic. It moves blindly, infecting both the powerful and the powerless, the educated and the naive. It is the one virus no society has ever managed to contain. Italian economist Carlo M. Cipolla dared to study this invisible force. He did not approach it as a philosopher or a moralist, but as a scientist, and what he discovered shocked even him. He realized that human stupidity follows laws, predictable, measurable, universal laws. Laws that apply to you, to me, and to every society that ever existed. If that's true, then our downfall isn't random. It's mathematical. And if stupidity is governed by laws, then it means it can be studied, understood, maybe even resisted. But first, we must face a difficult truth. The line between wisdom and stupidity runs straight through each of us. So before judging others, look inside. How many times have you acted against your own good? How many times have you hurt someone you cared about, for reasons you couldn't even explain? That too is part of the law, because the most dangerous fools aren't the ones out there, they're the ones within. In the mid-20th century, inside a quiet Italian university, one man began to see a pattern others ignored. His name was Carlo M. Cipolla, an economist, not a psychologist. He studied numbers, trade, history, not human nature. And yet, it was the human factor that haunted him most. He watched societies rise through intelligence and collapse through folly. He saw brilliant leaders destroy their own nations. He saw ordinary people act against their own interests, again and again. The data made no sense. The numbers were perfect. The behavior was madness. So Cipolla did something radical. He decided to treat stupidity as if it were a law of nature, like gravity, predictable, universal, indifferent to who we are. He called it the basic laws of human stupidity, a small private essay written almost as a joke. He shared it only with friends, men of science, men of reason. They laughed, until they realized it explained too much. Because Cipolla's idea was simple, and therefore terrifying. He claimed that stupidity is not random. It follows fixed proportions in every population. No nation, no culture, no era escapes it. It means that for every generation, a constant share of people will act irrationally, no matter how educated, how rich, or how evolved society becomes. You can build technologies, create democracies, explore space, and still be ruled by stupidity. Cipolla's essay was meant as satire, but when his friends passed it around, it spread like forbidden knowledge. Scientists, philosophers, politicians, all began to see themselves in it. The laughter stopped, because the mirror was too honest. He wasn't insulting humanity, he was diagnosing it. And in doing so, Cipolla touched a truth most people can't face. Our progress is not limited by evil or ignorance, but by the unstoppable gravity of our own foolishness. He wrote 5 laws, 5 invisible rules that shape the destiny of every society. They are not moral laws, they are mathematical, unforgiving. And once you see them, you can never unsee them. Cipolla began his experiment with a simple idea. If stupidity obeys laws, then it must leave patterns. He observed people, not through judgment but through behavior, the visible trace of the invisible mind. He realized that every human action can be measured by two forces: its effect on oneself and its effect on others. Every decision, every gesture, every word creates ripples that either build or destroy. From this he drew a strange but precise diagram, a map of the human soul, and he divided it into 4 quadrants, 4 archetypes of behavior that exist in every society, in every age. The first he called the intelligent. They act in ways that benefit both themselves and others. They build, connect, elevate. Their success uplifts the world around them. When an intelligent person wins, others win too. They are the silent architects of civilization. The second group, the helpless. They act in ways that help others but harm themselves. They give, they serve, they sacrifice. They carry the weight of compassion, but often without wisdom, and because of that, they become easy prey. Their kindness, when unguarded, becomes a tool for others to exploit. Then came the bandits, Cipolla's term for those who harm others for their own benefit. They exploit, manipulate, deceive. They may be charming, intelligent, even admired, but their intelligence is parasitic. They take from the world without giving back. They are the reason laws and justice exist, to contain the clever without conscience. And finally, the stupid, the most dangerous of them all. They harm others without gaining anything themselves, sometimes even destroying their own lives in the process. They act without awareness, without logic, without purpose, and that makes them unpredictable. You can reason with the wicked, you can negotiate with the selfish, but you can never predict the stupid. Their chaos spreads like fire, burning everything, even themselves. Cipolla warned that no society collapses because of the wicked alone. It collapses when the balance between these 4 groups breaks, when the intelligent retreat, when the helpless give up, when the bandits rise to power, and when the stupid multiply unchecked. Think about that for a moment. Every empire that fell, every movement that decayed, every civilization that turned against itself, it followed the same pattern. The 4 forces at war. So where do you stand? When you act, do you build or do you drain? Do your choices bring clarity or confusion, harmony or harm? The answer defines not only who you are, but which force rules your world. Cipolla called them laws, but they feel more like prophecies. They don't bend, they don't forgive. And the most unsettling part is that they apply to everyone, including you. Law 1, we always underestimate their numbers. No matter how many fools you've met fewer than there are. Every generation believes the same comforting lie, that stupidity is rare, that reason is common. We imagine the world as mostly rational, because to accept the truth would make us lose faith in humanity. But Cipolla said the number of stupid people is always greater than we think, and their influence far deeper than we dare admit. They fill governments, corporations, universities, families. They are not hidden. We just don't recognize them. Because stupidity doesn't always look foolish. Sometimes it smiles, wears a suit, and speaks with authority. Law 2. Stupidity is independent of everything else. Education doesn't protect you. Wealth doesn't shield you. Power doesn't purify you. Stupidity, Cipolla said, is like a constant, distributed equally among all social classes, professions, and nations. There are stupid rich men and stupid scholars, stupid priests, stupid generals, stupid followers, and stupid leaders. It has nothing to do with intelligence, because stupidity is not a lack of intellect, it's a failure of awareness. You can be brilliant and still act without consciousness. You can have degrees and still destroy what sustains you. And that is why no revolution, no education system, no progress can eliminate stupidity. It renews itself with every birth. It is humanity's shadow. Law 3. The stupid harm. Others without gain. This is where the danger turns real. A stupid person, Cipolla said, harms others without benefiting themselves, sometimes even losing in the process. They are not evil. Evil has intent. Stupidity has none. It's pure, directionless destruction. They ruin reputations, sabotage projects, spread lies. break what works, vote against their own future, not out of malice, but blindness. Their chaos has no logic, and that's what makes it unstoppable. You can predict greed. You can defend against envy. But you cannot protect yourself from a force that doesn't know what it's doing. Law 4. The non-stupid. Always underestimate the stupid. The wise make a fatal mistake. They believe they can reason with foolishness. They think stupidity can be managed, negotiated, even educated away. It cannot. Cipolla warned that intelligent people constantly misjudge how destructive stupid people can be. They lower their guard, they laugh it off, until it's too late. Because the attacks of stupidity always come as a surprise. Their logic is circular, their timing chaotic. They destroy things you thought were indestructible: institutions, friendships, peace of mind. The cost of underestimating stupidity is always higher than expected, and yet we never learn. Law 5. The stupid are the most dangerous of all. More dangerous than the selfish, more destructive than the corrupt, because at least the wicked follow a pattern. The stupid do not. A bandit wants something, see money, control, power. You can understand him, you can anticipate him, but the stupid, they don't even know what they want. They can collapse a system by accident. They can destroy your peace without noticing. They are chaos in human form, unaware, unaccountable, unteachable. And that's why Cipolla called them a power greater than the mafia, the army, or communism. Because stupidity, multiplied by power, is the perfect formula for disaster. These 5 laws are not pessimistic, they're diagnostic. They reveal why progress never lasts, why history repeats, why light always wrestles with shadow. Cipolla wasn't mocking humanity, he was warning it. Because to survive, we must recognize that the stupid among us are not exceptions. They are constants, and sometimes we are one of them. Why do we hate stupidity so much? Why does it make our blood boil, not just mentally but physically? Science has an answer. It lies deep inside the human brain in a small region called the insula, the seat of disgust. The insula lights up when we smell something rotten, when we taste something spoiled, when we see decay. It also lights up when we witness injustice, cruelty, or stupidity. The same neural fire that rejects poison ignites when we face irrationality. Your brain doesn't see a difference between a piece of rotten food and a person acting without reason. Both are treated as contamination, something that threatens survival. But here's the paradox. The insula is also connected to empathy, compassion, and self-awareness. The same structure that makes us recoil from stupidity also allows us to feel the pain of others. Two opposite forces, born from the same place. Disgust protects us, empathy connects us, and between them lies the tension of being human. We feel disgusted by stupidity because deep down we fear it. Not theirs, ours. When we see someone acting foolishly, when we watch a society spiral into chaos, what we really fear is recognition, the mirror turning back toward us. Because if stupidity is universal, then it's not just out there, it's in here, waiting for moments of arrogance, exhaustion, or pride to take control. This is why the reaction is visceral. It's an ancient alarm, a biological signal that something within us is losing alignment with truth. We reject stupidity in others to protect ourselves from seeing it in our own reflection. But the only real protection is awareness. To see the seed of ignorance before it grows, to question the easy answers, to confront the parts of us that choose comfort over clarity, noise over silence, belief over understanding. Because if we can recognize our own blindness, we can finally stop projecting it onto the world. And only then does the mirror stop reflecting fear and start reflecting consciousness. So where does this leave us? If stupidity is everywhere, if it hides in everyone, what hope do we have to rise above it? The answer is not to eliminate stupidity, but to transcend it. We transcend it through awareness, through the quiet discipline of seeing ourselves clearly before the world forces us to. Cipolla's laws were never meant to make us cynical. They were meant to awaken humility. Because the moment you believe you are immune to stupidity, you've already fallen under its spell. Awareness begins with small acts, listening before reacting, thinking before sharing, questioning before believing. It's not about being right, it's about being real. Every day we stand at the crossroads between consciousness and unconsciousness, between clarity and confusion, between creation and destruction. And every choice we make tilts the balance of the world, even the smallest one. Humanity doesn't collapse because of evil alone. It collapses when the wise stop paying attention, when the aware become indifferent, when intelligence loses its courage to act. The world doesn't fall apart because of the wicked. It falls apart because of the blind. The ordinary people who choose comfort over truth and never notice the silence before the fall. But you don't have to be one of them. You can observe your own mind, the impulses, the judgments, the noise. You can recognize when ignorance begins to whisper and meet it not with arrogance but with light. That's how awareness spreads, not through argument, but through example. And maybe that's what Cipolla truly meant, that the antidote to stupidity is not superiority, but consciousness. The ability to see without hate, to understand without excusing, to act without ego. Because when awareness grows, stupidity loses its power, the unconscious loses its grip, and humanity, for a brief, sacred moment, remembers what it means to be awake. If this reflection made you pause, if it reminded you of the world within as much as the world outside, then don't just let it fade. Carry it. Live it. And if you wish to keep walking this path of consciousness, subscribe, not just to the channel but to the search for truth itself.